parece que vas tú justamente.
Pero extraño que me desnudes con solamente Bad Blue Noise.
All right, let's see. Are we live? We're going to double. Yep, we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome. I'm so used to looking at the camera over here. It's over here now. We're traveling. We're at a new Airbnb, and we just got a quick setup here to try and mix a couple records this weekend. So we'll see if we can stream it. We've got Starlink connected. I think everything should be good. So we'll see how this goes. Let me get the chat pulled up over here. And then as people start to come in, we'll be able to keep an eye on that. Right on. Very cool. Sweet. So my name is David Glenn. If you're new to the Mix Academy, I mix records professionally, CCM, gospel, modern worship, rock, pop, you name it. And today we've got a pop song. My man David Baltavari has submitted a song called Dark Love. And yeah, we're just going to work through this. I have not even heard the song yet. I was listening to some reference tracks, and now we got to get the song going. So we've got my template pulled up. And while we do that, if you're new to the Mix Academy, I would love to invite you to check out, if you're mixing on headphones at all in your process, I've got a guide. It's called the Headphone Mixing Blueprint. Imagine that. And it's going to take you through my exact setup, my gear, my philosophy for mixing professional records on headphones. Over 4 billion streams and counting, my friends. And it break it all down in the free guide. Link in the description. So we've got fireworks are going to be going off, so you guys hear some of that or some kids cheering. That's my kids in the backyard there, but we're going to be mixing. We've got the fun in here. Let me find. Okay, so here's a folder. Let's get these files in. Process that I share all the time that I'm using. If you're working with bands, artists, labels, indie labels even, well-versed producers, they may send you a Pro Tools session full of everything that they've done up to that point. I prefer to start with the multi-tracks and have theirs as a guide, but 99% of my independent clients are just sending me the multi-tracks anyway, so I kind of get to start the way I like when I'm dealing with those. And here we've got the stems. We're just going to select. Actually, we don't even have to do that. I'm just going to drag this into here. Stereo Monowizer is going to take a look and see, are there any files that are not true stereo? And so it's going to analyze them. It's going to do that. And then I'm also, it's going to convert them to mono if they're not true stereo. And then also here, I'm going to normalize gain to minus 18 dB full scale. And we're going to overwrite the files. I don't need to create a backup because I have the original zip. And that all gets backed up to Backblaze. So we have a backup of a backup of a backup. So we'll leave that and then analyze. And then, hey, what's up? Appreciate you, man. From Ghana. That's incredible. Yeah, feel free. Ask questions. I haven't even heard this song yet, but as we get going, feel free. We're going to push up our rough here in a minute. So here we go. No conversion on anything. David has been a long time follower of my tutorials, so he may have already taken care of that process before. And so we can quit now, and we're going to drag these into the session. Anyone coming in, man, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. We're just going to be hanging out, mixing this record here. We'll see. We may get an hour or two tonight. We'll see how it's flowing, and then we'll pick back up in the morning. And my friend David Baltavari has given us permission to stream the entire mixing process for this one. So I will not be leaving it up. I almost looked over here again. I won't be leaving it up long. The stream will come down, but I may upload like snippets or anything if there's something that could help be educational. We'll maybe clip it and put it up on the channel. But all right, so the boring stuff, right? We got to take a listen to the files here, and I've actually got to route them correctly. We're going to select not too many tracks, and we're going to just send everything to the all music bus for now. We'll explain that as we go, but let's take a listen. That's a kick. Here's our bass. Okay. Bass 2. Let's go grab our claps. I'll tell you what, we're going to grab anything that's drums. Dr. Phil. That's funny. Let's see. We got guitars, choir. Let's grab all the vocals. I think LV is for lead vocal. And we have a print. We have a couple of prints. Okay. So even less tracks. We're going to put the vocals at the bottom of the session. We have a demo, and we've got 2 prints. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select these. I'm actually going to Command-Shift-K in Pro Tools, and we're going to go put these in the folder. Oop, Dark Love, Bounce Files, and we're going to call these Client Roughs. We're just going to throw these in there and then hide and make that inactive. If you guys are watching on Facebook or Instagram, this is a test for me. I've never streamed successfully to either, so we'll see how that's running. I may keep an eye on the stream here from time to time. But let's see. We'll get into the good stuff here in a minute. Just getting familiar. We're going to get these files organized. Thankfully, it's not too many tracks, so this should be fun. Let's grab our drums. We'll get that looks percussive. We're going to grab anything that is labeled drums or just is a percussive instrument here. Looks like a transition sound. Same. Yep. Dr. Phil, that's awesome. Crash, claps. Okay, so all these can come in here. And then we'll grab the claps and the snares and put them all up top with the kick. Boom, 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 boom. A couple of basses. Where's that 808 go? And we're going to bring that down below the drums. Right on. You know, we probably could give it a listen while we're getting organized here. Let's hit play and we'll see what we're working with. Shape this a bit. I think the kick is actually pretty tight. We're a little spoiled on this one. That kick, I don't think is going to need much. That for now. I just felt like there was a little bit of an off balance from 100 hertz-ish down into the deep subs. I wanted more subs to match that. Just a quick fix. I think these are the same synth part. Ish. Let's copy this down and just see if it works. They're a little different, but yeah, we'll rock that for now. Tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to make an early judgment call. I do like the kick, but instead of, let's see here. Yeah, the subdivided hits, the pickup hits are a little bit weak. Not a little bit, they're a lot weak. And so I think I like that it's got the dynamics, but there's no way that's cutting through in the mix. So we have a couple of options. We could clip gain these independently, which, you know, would take a minute. Or we could, let's see if they're the same. Okay, they're the same hit. So we're going to see, done deal. We'll take that guy right there. I'm going to break it, and we're going to call it David Baltavari Dark Love Kick 1. Okay, and then now I'm going to zoom in here and make sure we're good. Cut it. There. Okay, we're going to rock that for now. I think we might even tighten it up. So let's see what it sounds like if we tighten it up. Something like... Leave it alone. Basically the same. Okay, we're just going to leave it alone. Okay, so there. And then we're going to name it DB Dark Love Kick 1. And we're going to export that as is. And we're going to go 32-bit just to make sure future use of it. And then we're going to come in here to the folder where we're getting this thing going. And I'm going to, in my Pro Tools session folder, I'm going to create one called samples or drum samples. And we're going to throw anything that we add to the session into that folder to make sure the artist gets that at the end. So now we have we can take away, and we're going to come in here to trigger. And you know what? We got to copy that sample over to, if I can get my fingers working right. Let's go to drum samples, and we're going to go out here, and we're going to smack that one in there. Let's go. Well, we got Ronan hanging out. What's up, man? From Brazil. I appreciate you guys. So we're going to get this one going. I'm going to try to, mixing takes time, and a lot of it's boring. Get the highlight reel. We'll upload those clips to the channel, but appreciate you guys hanging out. Feel free once we get going. You see me do something, you have any questions, I'm here for you. Let's see. So we're trying to get the drum sample into our folder over here. Let's just call it, you know what, let me create a new folder for my man. Let's go client samples. Create a new folder. I should have done this a lot. I think I may have one like this, but we'll see. Dark Love Kick 1. We're going to drag that in there. Now when I load from Trigger, I'm loading from that folder. So we're going to go here, come down to my DGR, and then it should be client samples, client one-shots. So this in here, and then now we'll gain stage it better. There we go. I want the hardest hit across the top as that's giving me now. And then we're going to go highlight this double hit here, and we're going to see. Yeah. And then I set the re-trigger a little higher because I want to make sure that that double hit is all that trigger picks up, that it doesn't look at the back end or anything. And what do we got? Crystallizer. Yeah, from Sound Toys, right? I don't have that one. I have Decapitator and a few. I used to have it. Used to use it a ton, but we have some that will do that kind of effect, the crystal thing. We'll take a look at that. Maybe that might fit in this song nicely. Let's see. Let's get this kick. Okay, so right now you can hear that kick is really soft and then a harder hit. And we got to dial in the hit a little bit more. But what I want to do now is go to the curves And we just want to make sure that our dynamics is reduced. I don't really care about the velocities right now. It's just a one shot anyways, but let's see what that does just by lifting that. Okay, so now it sounds too fake. I mean, it's a pop production, but that sounds too close, too much the same. So we're gonna back that off a little bit. So we get some dynamic, but it's not that much, like that. And then we need to get that sitting in the mix right. Okay, and what you saw me do there was drive it until it clipped, and then I backed it off until it's sitting where I want it. And actually, we're going to go to all drums with this one, with the kick. Let's see if that makes a difference. It's hitting. Okay, and we'll go from there. So now let's check out. Instead of relying on going through and clip gaining all those extra hits up, we just kind of balance that out with the one shot. And that kick is not giving me what I want on the bottom end. We'll go grab it. We're going to leave it alone for now. We may blend a sample or something in a little bit. Okay, cool. Let's get some other sounds going on in here. Right now it's just kick and bass show. Just dial that in for a quick second and hearing something I didn't like. Let's see how this sounds with just the two of these and the kick. We got a decision to make there. Those play together the whole time, and I feel like they should maybe alternate or have their own section. So we're going to mute the clap for now. That, my friends, could have some long decay. We're going to send it to a long verb. Yeah, like that. And then we're just going to work our way through these drums a bit. Okay, got a nice kind of compressed loop going on. Loop that little section, get that balanced in. Okay, and then we're gonna hit that with even more compression. Really been digging. I used to always just switch over to the Bluey. I really like the CLA 76 Black. It's pretty nice, man. Let's try fast attack, fast release. Yep, bringing out that upper mid range though, so we're gonna tame that a bit. Yes, sir. Okay. And then that's got a verb already, so we got effects baked in. We're flying, man. This is gonna be, yeah, we'll come back to that kind of stuff. Let's get the core elements in. We gotta get that hat. Yeah. Okay, so these, is that an open hat? Yeah, and then we have the ride. try to create some separation. Everything's just in stereo for the most part. Let's grab. So we're going to make that off to the, something like that. It's already off to the left. There's a lot of hi-hats. Okay. Let's see how these are working in the track. That fill's got to hit a little harder, so it may be a little loud, but we'll grip on it here in a minute. Hi-hats, let me reference a little. Let's hit this out here. Yeah, let's sync our reference. So if I'm in my track, a big old something flying around my light. Okay, already can tell I'm gonna need to choke this a bit. This kick, I love that low end energy, but it's a little bit, so we're gonna just choke up the sustain and the release a bit. Oof. Okay, and then just for example's sake, I tell you what, I've never done this before either, but let's pull in the unadulterated sample. So you can feel that one's got more bottom end, but it's too extended. It's getting away from us with these hard hits, these quick hits. We could probably even go tighter than that. Let's go 9. Yeah, love the bottom end on that, but it might be too much. Let's hear it in the track now. Okay, so when the kick hits without the bass, I think it needs that extra low end. When the kick hits with the bass, I think we need this one. So a little bit of labor, but we're going to do it, duplicate. We're going to copy everything except we don't need anything there. And then now we're going to make this tight kick, and we're going to make it loose kick. And then here, this will be our loose kick. So we're going to mute that one, unmute that one. We're going to just get rid of that one. Cool. So there's our full-on bottom-end kick, and we're going to allow that one to live in the space where there's no bass. Now, what I do want to do, what do we do up here for the curves? 30 on the dynamics is where we landed. So we're going to come here and go 30 as well. And we're going to leave that one full extension. And then now what we're going to do is come up here. We're going to mute on this one, we're going to get rid of this guy. We don't need the full one. And we're going to unmute. There we go. Yep. Okay, so now we got to figure out. So we have bass, 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 all the way through here. It's only a couple of hits, it seems. It's not bad. And then now we need to find, where's the section? So right in here, there's no bass, there's no kick. Kick. I heard kick without bass. Come on, I'm not that tired, am I? Let's listen again. Hey man, ADHD, autism. Just recently discovered I am, and I heard something and I got to jump on it. We need more compression on the Dr. Phil here. Let's go. What do we have for heavy compression? You know what's good is the Tokyo Dawn. TDR, is that? No. What's the one I'm thinking of here? Sorry, this is a new Mac Mini, and I was having some issues, and so I had to trash my Pro Tools preferences. And the old Pro Tools preferences app failed me. I must have chose something, and I don't know what I did there. Yeah, heavy compression. What's the one I've been really liking lately? Oh, the Lindell. Duh. Yeah, let's go here. Lindell 50. Let's go channel and check this thing out, man. This compression is pretty wicked. Without it. And then with it. Too much. Let's back off the ceiling. Okay, let's drive less. Yeah, that'll work. That's cool. All right, and not loving the kick yet. We gotta side chain it a bit. Okay. You know what? I might turn this off for this song. I don't know. We'll see. You know, I'm going to leave that one alone. Let's take these, though, and put them in. Right on. We got Ronan said this sounds similar to the. Okay. I haven't heard that. I'll have to check it out. We'll see. Maybe we got another reference track. Yeah, pretty good tracks, man. Clean. Might be too bright for what we're doing here. Choke that a bit and trigger as a gate will do the job quickly. We're just going to throw the mix knob at 0, turn the gate on. Back. Tighter, gives it a vibe, and then let's work in these hats a little better. Now that fill is too quiet. We might do something with a verb on that, like a reverse verb, or you know what would sound really cool on this is a non-lin. We're going to call this the non-lin verb, as my dog is freaking out because he probably saw the Airbnb hosts dog. Let's go. All effects. Yeah. And we're going to go for, what's got a good 80s vibe? Let me see. Let's see, you got anyone hanging out with me? A few people still hanging out. I know it's a little bit boring, just kind of getting into a mix. It'll be better once we get the vocals and everything sitting nicely. What do we got? Yeah, I mean, R-verb, sure. I don't know. What do we got? I haven't used this in a long time. Let's see what we get with this. We'll solo that, highlight it, loop it, and there's my sound. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send that to the Sunset Chamber that you can load from Slate's Reverb, whatever it's called, Verb Suite Classic, I think it's called. Gotta give a stank face for that one. That sounds nasty. Yeah, I dig that. All right. Alan asks, what headphones are you using? I have the Sennheiser HD 650s, and I mean, I've used these for a long time, and then I use the Oratory 1990 preset for them that you can find for free on Reddit. He gives it all away. And I started using this. I switched from SonarWorks to Real Phones to others, and I really liked them. They all had their like place, but when I switched to just using the Oratory preset with the Pro Q. Now, if you use the Pro Q, if you Google Oratory 1990, you can see that here. You can find your headphones and get the curve that he's created for those. Read about it, learn how he's doing it, all that kind of stuff. But when I switched to it, I felt like it was what I needed. It wasn't bells and whistles and all this stuff. It was just like, I just needed a curve that worked and that translated when I mixed with it. And this is what I found that worked for me. It doesn't filter the sound or I don't know. I felt like with the others, it was, there's processing going on, and it just felt like it degraded the audio quality so much. I wasn't hearing the details, and the 650s are known for shining through with the details. And so, yeah, making sure that let me see, there was one more thing. Forgive me, I'm exhausted trying to mix this late, but my ears seem to be pretty fresh, so we're going to keep going. But this Oratory preset, what I was saying is, if you use the FabFilter Pro Q to put the curves in with the PDF that he'll give you on his Reddit page, you got to make sure you use his FabFilter Excel spreadsheet calculator. It's going to convert the bell curve, the Q factor, to the Pro Q. They use what would you call it, like a proprietary kind of thing. And so he has a converter for that adapts to it. But if you're not using the Pro Q, you're probably fine. Most other EQs have and so he explains that. But yeah, sidetrack, rabbit trail, but that's a valuable one, man. Hope you guys dig that. And thanks for the question, Alan. Okay, cool. Let's listen, see where we're at. Oh, David, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna try. How does this sound down here? See, some of these hits I feel like may be better off down here. Uh-oh. Let's see how this feels. I'm feeling it. Okay, so this little idea is costing us some time, but I think it's going to be worth it. We're just going to break all these down. And it's quick to undo if we don't like it the further we get into it, but I think we're gonna dig this. So if you're just joining, if you're a little late and you're not sure what we're doing here, we're gonna cut these the subdivided kick, the first kick hit. I'm gonna let that be tight and punchy. We got tight kick here. They're the same kick. I've just tightened it up with the curves. And then I'm going to let the kick breathe the way that it was when it was sent to me for now. I think this is going to be good. How far in am let's see. We're just going to put all of these on their own track and see what we get from... Someone tried to come in. Bam, cut that. Sorry, guys, I know it was a little bit boring. If you're interested in seeing the edited process, you can definitely check out the links in the description to work with me. Hire me to mix. You got something you need a professional touch on, struggling with. I also have the mentorship program where I'm going to mix your song for you, build a template using the plugins that you already have, record the whole process, and then come alongside you to help you not only learn how I mixed it and what we did together based on your taste, preferences, references, and all that good stuff, but then we're going to do a little bit of mix coaching, and I'm going to walk you through and make sure that you're also able to deliver the same results that I give you. And so check that stuff out. You just got a link to my homepage. You can download the Headphone Mixing Blueprint. I'm going to show you the tips, techniques, strategies, and tools that I'm using to mix pro records using headphones. And here we go. Cool. I think this is going to be worth it. We got the whole rest to do. I mean, let's press on. If you guys have any questions, man, let me know. Alan had a good one. Keep them coming. And we're going to zoom in a little more. Oh, yeah, that one's coming down. I've got the sub pack going, and I felt like we choked it. We can side chain it. We can dial it back if we need to a little bit. But I think this is the right call. And then we're probably going to go ahead and get some of those instruments in. Got the beat hitting pretty good. We got our loudness already sitting pretty nice. And I'm just using tab to transient here. If you've got this highlighted up here, where's it at? Yeah, the little arrow to the transient, the waveform. You got that turned on, you can hit the tab key and tap to, and throughout the transients, you can also use, if you're in Pro Tools, you can use the P key to go up, the colon or semicolon key to go down, and then you've got the apostrophe and L is going to take you left, right, and with tab to transient on, it's going to bounce through the transients, as you can see there. But for this one, I'm just tab to transient with the tab key. We're just pulling these down. And we're almost done. Praise the Lord. And here we go. I'm not sure if this is even still streaming. Let's see. What's the health of our stream? 40 minutes in. Sorry, it's a little boring. Hopefully you guys are digging it. Learning something. A couple of tricks we've already kind of shown off here. And if you're watching, please give me a like, drop a comment, let me know where you're watching from. If something I do, if you dig it, you're stealing that, let me know. Hey, I'm stealing that. And I think there we go. So now we have our kick broken out, the tight hits, and then we've got the looser hits as I smack the mic. Nice punchy hits. And we're going to start from the top, and we're going to really just get the rest of the instruments in. We got so much to do here. Let's go from the top. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to try this. I've used the Fairchild usually on a piano. There's a piano squeezer preset I really dig. We're going to try this one here. My apologies for anyone I just either made deaf or blew your speakers. Let's see if we can dial this in here. I'll tell you what, man, I really like the black. Sounds perfect. And then we'll give it a little ambiance. Ice House or Sunset Chamber. No. You know what? I think we need to send that to our non-lin. Called it the non-lin oh, we already have a non-lin in here. Not bad. Right on. What do we got? So Alan said he's watching from Dominican Republic. Right on, man. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think this is where Reddy Mitos is from the Dominican Republic. Mix a ton of his stuff. Let's go. So now I've kind of got it as a texture that thickens but is underlining the bass synth. So nothing too intrusive there. And so we got some vocals. Let's get these vocals up. These are squashed. These are committed compression. This feels kind of like a balancing ordeal here. We're just kind of balancing tracks and tightening things up a little bit. It's not like we're having to do a whole lot of unique mixing moves here. So what do we got here? We've got left, center, and right. No, we've got a left, we've got a right, we've got a right, we have another left. Cool, let's check those.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám nézett egyből, megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek, hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mellkasodon fekszem, hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de
These are already squashed. I want to be really careful compressing against it, but
emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám nézett egyből, megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek, hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mellkasodon fekszem, hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de
okay, I'm going to need some more out of that vocal. So we're going to go ahead and send it to the submaster, which is basically just sending a copy to the 2-bus. And little backdoor trick to avoid distortion on the front and get that volume way louder. Okay, so now I want to get some effects on her. I feel like she's just kind of compressed and just tweaked the EQ a little bit. We got her sitting nicely. This is a little bit misleading. It's very rare that I get a session where things are this heavily compressed and it sounds good. Let's go lead vocal. We're actually going to go through our prod. Let's give a little room sound to, let's see what this sounds like. Perfect. It's my drum room, my Studio Be Close with the Slate Verb Suite Classics using the Bricasti Studio Be Close mic. I'm also going to give this vocal the Ice House, I think. Let's just type it in here. Got to clean up my routing.
Emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám nézett egyből, megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóton kerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel.
So I don't know about you guys, but whenever I get something like this going, I've got EQ happening here. I've got it sitting pretty good. I don't want to come back in here, and sometimes I do, but I don't want to come back in here and start tinkering. Sometimes I just add another one And I'm hearing just a build up, and I'm just gonna go get that. Back it up a bit.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de
And I think we can control that with, we will push that down dynamically because it's not all the time.
egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de
Some sibilants coming on with that. We're gonna grab the Lindell de-esser.
egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Emlékszem, megláttam rögtön érzed, ahogy rám nézett, egyből megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mákasodon fekszem. Hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
Okay, let's give her a little more effects. Let's go for some of our modulation effects now.
Emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám nézett, egyből megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mákasodon fekszem. Hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek.
I'll tell you what, I didn't love that. I liked it better without it. Let's come over here and see this one.
Emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám nézett, egyből megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget.
I don't know, man. I kind of like it without the modulation stuff. I almost always put some modulation effects. Let's hear the ref.
Снова жжется, что-то еще. Снова под луной танцы.
Úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mákasodon fekszem. Hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
So we need all kinds of vocal effects. So it's almost a good thing. We're going to put a lot of time into that. We've got some roughs and some references where I'm pretty impressed with some of the things that are happening. It might take it's just like production skill in the mix over here. But let's take a listen to where are we at?
Emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít. Érdekel az sem, ha
Got like a nasally thing happening.
Emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám nézett, egyből megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrület őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mellkasodon fekszem. Hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Kergetem a vágyam, veled fekszem be az ágyba. Nézem, ahogy alszol a tegnapból a mába. Csak peregnek a percek, miből órák lesznek.
Okay, so I don't usually use the ice house for vocals. Let's come down and take a look at it. We'll show you guys what we got going on here. Junebug said, FabFilter Pro DS fanboy, but the Lindell sounds great. Was the mic a room? Let me see. Was the mic a room versus Waves NX or a microphone preset? I actually am not sure what you mean by that one, but I do love the FabFilter Pro DS, and it's my go-to when I have to do more work. Actually, I probably end up using the manual, just clip gaining nowadays, but forgive me, my brain's fried. I'm not sure what you mean about the mic room. Oh, are you talking about the room sound that we put on the lead vocal? That is, let me show you that. No Waves NX. That's let's go here and show you. So we're sending, I didn't even use my template. I just started diving into the original tracks here. Custom mix through and through. Okay, so the lead vocal, we have it going to the Studio Be Close. I'm not sure if this is what you meant, Junebug, but let's take a look. That is coming to a drum room mic that I've got in my template. Bricasti Close, you can see here, and you can get that in Slate Digital's Verb Suite Classics, the Liquid Sonics here. And then you have to download them in once you join, you get them, but you have to download them and add them to your hard drive. FGB M7 for Bricasti M7, and then you've got Rooms 1 named Studio Be Close, and we've got this decay about a half-second time. And so that's given her a little bit of space, kind of like a Studio A kind of vibe. And then the one I want to work on is this Ice House down here, because I'm not feeling the decay's a little bit much for her voice. I like the tone. I like the EQ curve. There's my Pro DS in my template. But then here, we're going to back off. No, it's already pretty backed off. So what we're going to need to do, we got our pre-delay. I'm going to increase that a little bit. And I tell you what, to get a little less decay, we might leave it alone. Let's see how that sounds.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám néz. Tett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyó tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem
want that competing with her in the middle.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Emlékszem, meglát kell az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy
Okay.
őrületbe kerget, nem érdekel.
I don't know if this is gonna fit, but I've been abusing this plugin. Let's see.
Érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mellkasodon fekszem. Hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
It's a pretty gnarly sound already, but I would love to hear that through a B3, through a Leslie. Do I have, 11 rack, right? So we've got 11 rack has got, what do they call that? Where's my 11 rack? Leslie here. You're gonna have to find it. I'm pretty sure it's not in sound field, is it? This would make more sense. Orange phaser might be cool too. Roto speaker, that's what they call it. I softened it a little bit. A little smoky. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to send the two of these. We're just going to start with this one, and we're going to send it to a new track. We're going to distort the living crap out of it. We're going to call it bass distortion. How original, but it's going to be good. We're going to go low end. You know what? Let's go all music on this one. I've got an imager on my all music bus. It's going to widen this a bit. And we're going to start with the Capitator or Saturn. Let's start with the Capitator. We're just going to hit the punish button once we have signal. We're going to go pre-fader so we can dial this in without that. We are going to take out the lows. We don't want that. Low cut. We just want the low and low mids. Actually, we don't even want that. That might be too much top end, but Okay, now let's blend it in.
Más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
Okay, I don't mind it, but it is a little top heavy in here. And maybe don't need as much cut here. And then you know what? Manny, in his delay, is it his delay? Yeah, in his delay. I don't know if this is going to work, but if we take this all the way down, all the way down, okay, and then we go maybe the phaser here. You know, it might be cool too for Dr. Phil here is for him to just be collapsed to mono. Let's see what that sounds like. Oh, now we're getting into like King microphones. Oh, that's nasty. No idea which one's going to sound the best until we do it in context. So let's just see if we can loop this section. Let's put it back stereo. All right, we're going to duplicate it. And I don't know if we're going to get away with it because of phase, but we're going to try to take everything about it. But on this one, dial in a cool sound. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We're going to try that. Blend it in parallel. It might be a little weird. And this one we're going to put in mono. I think we're getting phase cancellation, which is kind of cool. So let's go ahead and invert the polarity here. We'll flip the phase. Oh, no. Yeah. So we're getting cancellation. So now we need to back it. I like it panned off to the right. know what? We're really going to freak people out here. We're going to send that to the left slap. And what? We're going to send a lot and hear it. Yeah, we got to fix our session tempo, but let's hear. Let's see how much of a distraction it is. Way too much. Yeah, I dig that. A little bit of slappage on the left side. So we panned it right, slapped it left. Cool. And then let's hear some more of these tracks. Oh, these got to come up big time. Let's go here. What I like to do is loop one of them. Dig that. We need more throw. So sunset chamber for that to go off in the distance. We need. Oh, I got all kinds of ideas here. Let's see what this sounds like to go from right to left. And just have some fun with this one here. And then this guy as well. Too much. I'm gonna pull this one in some. Still too hard. Is that music? That's too much. Let's go all drums. It goes too far left still. Gotta move. Love it. It should go the other way around. So there's probably a plugin that'll just reverse those, but I'm gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it like that. Let's check this. Let's hear a couple more of those. Then we got a copy, paste. They all gotta do it. It just is too boring staying in one space there. I don't know that that's even the same. Yeah, seems like it. Cool. And then we gotta get the other one too, I think. That's right, that's the left. Something like that. Whoop. Man, if you're still hanging out with me, let me know how you're doing tonight. What do you got going on besides watching us mix some pop? You guys got some fireworks going on? You got Denkin Productions, yo. Right on, man. I like it too. I'm digging it. Got a fun track. That sounds great. Let's go get. Yeah. That sounds great too. Okay. Let's hear that coming in. Not even close to loud enough.
hogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mellkasodon fekszem. Hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem
Под
tombol.
луной танцы, алкоголь.
Szó, de várom. Kozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
Our kicks are not cutting it. We may revisit that, but let's come in here and we're going to call it kick level. Yep, we'll throw both of those kicks here. Still send them to the all drums bus. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to sidechain the kick to the bass and see if we can't get a little bit more separation, get that kick punching a little bit harder. And then to do this, we're going to throw probably about the same. You know what? We'll do it independent because they may hit a little differently. We'll do it on the back end, and we're going to try. Let's do this one first. And you know what? Did I not? I haven't moved my preset over, so you're going to see me build it. We're going to grab, want a hardening. No, we're good. Bam. External sidechain, and we want this to be the kick SC. Whoop, I just deleted the bass. Let's try that again. Kick SC. Cool. And then we're going to see, is it triggering? We're going to put it across the entire bass, and we're going to dial in the pace of it. Cool. Turn it on and off and see how it's working.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön meg.
Yeah, we're going to copy that. A little tighter. I'm still not satisfied with the kick drum, but we'll come back to that. What else do we have to get in this guy? We got the solo.
Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
Okay, one at a time. We'll get these vocals in. Let's go ahead and send all of these vocals to the all vocals. Oh, my lead is going to. Let's send that to the all vocals. See how that changes things.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
moths and flies flying around everywhere here.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
I think I'm going to duplicate the lead processing for that falsetto run at the beginning. We don't need the active playlist. And we're just going to drag that down here. And call it falsetto lead. Actually, I think it's falsetto with a C or an S. I don't know. You guys can hit me in the comments. Help me out. I'll tell you what, man, that was pretty slick what she just did with her voice there. Nothing's in, so I'm not going to make it quite as loud, but we're going to go for the clip gain here and pull out some of that character. Something like that, and then that, yeah. And she just kind of hits it, doesn't she? They've got that edited nice and tight, and I think I don't like it, so we're going to try something like that. I don't think that's enough. She's got some like Shakira vibes going on in here. But that breath is gnarly. Pull that back. Yeah, man, what do we got here? I'm blind, so I got to lean into the comments. Yo, he said, and then shot off a 24 case, had a clam bake, and DJ'd a backyard party we booked on the 3rd. Man, what a great time. That sounds awesome. Man, we were pretty boring over here today. The kids had fun. They swam. We're at an Airbnb, and they've got pinball machines and buck hunting games, arcade games, and they got the golden tee and all kinds of cool stuff. They have a pool going on. We got the mountain views. It's a beautiful time. So I grilled some food, and heck yeah, man. So Junebug said, competitive nature of mixing channel sounds and rounds of quality assurance. You are the last line of defense for many artists. If you reject their music, make it based on music and not attitude. Right on, man. Sounds dope. We're talking about, it's funny, man. Yeah, the kids were playing. We had to monitor that a little bit, man. I don't remember the half-naked chicks on some of these games, but the kids had a good time. It was fun. Let's see what we got at the beginning. What's this perk effects? Heartbeat. Ahogy rám nézett, egyből megtetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis. All right, we're gonna do some arranging here because I feel like that clap belongs in the hook, but not in the verses. Emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön meg persze.
versed, ahogy rám nézett egyből, meg tetszett a tekintet.
You already know. I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not. That was perfect. So now the clap, the clap in the hook, pull it out for the verse. Let's find the hook again.
Én is kell egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy
That's kind of the B section.
Kergetem a vágyam, veled fekszem be az ágyba, nézem, ahogy alszol a...
Yeah, I'm not feeling it there either. So maybe just at the end.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de...
And it needs some big hit for this last chorus. So let's do this. Let's go grab. Let's duplicate this. We're going to not keep the active playlist. And we're going to call it DG Big Snare because I want something big. And then I put DG so I know I imported it in. It was not the artist. And we're going to turn it. We don't even need this stuff. Let's go grab Trigger and find us a sample. Splice is in Pro Tools now. I haven't used it yet. This would be a time to do that, but I'm not going to bore you with me trying to figure it out. So we're just going to break that. Copy, paste, and we're going to see, can we blend something here to make this snare just hit? Oh, you know what? We're not going to put this every time. Let's first determine where we want it.
Átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de
yeah, something like that at the end. Copy, paste, so it's every fourth one there. Man, I've got production ideas going through my brain here. Let's...
Átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de
So we have the fill. Dr. Phil's hooking us up, but we're going to go every other one. And then now that we have a couple in here, and now we can pick our sample. So let's see what we got. Snare, snare, snare. You know, I've got a bundle. Let me try some of mine. They might work really well here. Transient drums. Man, I recorded those quite a while ago now. Let's try my banging on stuff and let's go snares. Let's audition these. I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm not mad at any of those. These might work together. So we're going to try these. We're going to go Ice House for a big long decay. You know what I think we're also going to do is Valhalla. We're going to go Vintage Verb. And, I mean, even that might work. Okay, I don't know if that works in the song. I like that better. I mean, it's a little loud. Pull it back some. Okay, I don't know if it works yet. Let's see. Let's hear the bar before.
Csupán egy elfojtott szó, de vás csupán egy elfojtott szó, de vás.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
De vás.
That is not the explosion that I want it to be, and I'm not sure that we're gonna get there with these samples. Let's go. You know, it might be cool. This might be terrible. Let's give it a shot here. Not bad, a little bit gnarly right in here. Let's hear it. Yeah, maybe not quite that much. It's just not giving me the decay that I want. We're gonna just go nuts here and see if we can just saturate it. Now it's a little bit tasty up there. That's cool. That's pretty nice. And yeah, man. So we're making some progress on this. I don't know how long we've been streaming. Let me check Ecamm, make sure. Do we still have about an hour and a half? That's pretty cool. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man. Forgive me. I don't want to butcher the name. Is it Danka or Danka Midas Productions? Man, glad you found me, dude. I appreciate you hanging out. We've got, man, all kinds of stuff coming. I'm going to be streaming all weekend, and this is just one of many. So we're going to be mixing some gospel. We've got some rock. We're just going to keep bouncing around and getting things done. So super fortunate. We got clients that have allowed us to stream it. So we're going to show off some of the process here on YouTube and then in the private members area as well, which is where we'll probably be doing most of the effects tonight. But, oh, come on, we got to get this in. Okay, and then for that, we got to make sure we treat it the same we did the bass. We're going to call this a subsplash. And we're going to grab our sidechain from the bass and put that on here. So with this, we went from, without it, we had overs on our 2-bus. We had distortion happening. And then with it, we controlled that and got rid of it. So it should be a little cleaner for the clipping. That whole thing's gotta suck in and be dry. at the one at the verse here. Let's see if we can tighten it up. That needs to not happen. I actually don't like that. I like the initial hit. Man, I don't even know if I like that. Continuing on. How it kind of dies. Where's that kick at? Let's go here. And let's tighten everything up right here at that kick. Let's see if we choke it. Symbols getting lost. Time with it and without it. Make sure we made an improvement. I'm going that. Okay. What happens if we pan it? I like that so much better. Very nice. Okay. Right here, though, we're trying to tighten this up. Same thing there, man. We got to tighten that. I feel like that verse needs to just like a vacuum, just sucks it out. Be tight there. Yeah. Those whoosh. Got to come in a little better. Yeah, that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, it could be louder. Let's go a lot louder. See what happens. Where'd that come from? Okay, so we got to coat that in. You know what? Let's go Valhalla. Let's see what we can do here. We're just going to soak it in some verb and delay. Let's go for our... Try some shimmer. Someone asked about Sound Toys Crystallizer. We probably get something similar. Let's go maybe a higher feedback. I don't know. Let's see what we get. Pitch shift is on, so... I don't know if that's gonna fit this song, but let's see what we get. That's pretty gnarly. That sounded great. Got lucky on that one. things that are extending in the production that are making it feel muddy. Things are just kind of like dragging on, and I'd like to kind of rein that in and just tighten them up right before the one of the next section. And I think we just got to do more of that manual editing to get there. Yeah, it just feels like it should drop right before that whoosh.
Hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kell egy átkozott vágy, hogy én is kell egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem
Some of this stuff like hanging over, I think, is
azt, hogy én is kell egy
her falsetto is unnecessarily because of my doing here. So let's do this. Let's automate. This is why I typically like to send to my effects on a bus, because then I can automate that down. Here I'm going to have to like bypass and you know what? Let's just do the volume. We'll just automate the volume.
Elkasodom, fekszem, hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kell egy átkozott vágy.
There are worse things than what that's doing. This is not bad at all.
Lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kell egy átkozott vágy.
Okay.
Azt, hogy én is kell egy
Yeah. Right there. Where's Dr. Phil at? There we go. And we're going to hit them here. Right there. We're going to kill that.
szemedben azt, hogy én is kell egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán.
And I tell you what, the ideas are coming. What do we do? I'm gonna mess with Verispeed. I haven't used this in a very long time, but pop production is calling for something here. Let's go to our warp. You know what? Actually, I have an idea. Let's do something like that. Might be cool. And then this guy, again, that hit. Is there anything else hitting at the same time as that? Because everything's got to be done. The effects. No, that's okay. This time decent. Right there.
Lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kell egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. ahogy rám nézett egyből, meg tetszett a tekintet, ami oly hideg mégis úgy éget, ahogy a vágyam kígyóként a fejemben tekerget, ami azóta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mellkasodon fekszem, hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfolytott szó medben, azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfolytott szó.
Man, that's a pretty gnarly sound right there. Like some Jurassic Park type stuff going on here. Let's get some Sunset Chamber. And I think we're going to go Ice House as well. Small potato, it's not that big of a deal. What we just did, let's grab these.
Ez nem más csupán egy elfolytott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán.
Yeah. Okay, we got to make some progress. We're going to bounce what we've got. And I tell you what, let's go for one big win tonight while we're hanging out. You guys hanging out with me. And we got a few more hanging out. That's cool. We're going to go for Ozone. And we're going to see what kind of improvement, if anything, that this is going to give us. And let's go to like the high point.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfolytott szó, de várom.
Probably be good to turn off my limiter here. That would probably help Ozone.
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfolytott szó, de várom.
That snare I had is terrible. Let's go loudness. Where are we at?
Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol, ez nem más csupán egy elfolytott szó, de várom.
Ez nem más csupán egy elfolytott szó, de vár.
Okay, and you know what? I don't know how this is going to go. I haven't referenced the rough or any of their prints at all. Let's see if we're getting creamed or if we're in the ballpark. And so to do that, we got to go grab our client roughs, and we're going to pull in. So here's the reference for a modern vocal. I don't know what that means. We'll listen to that. We've got a print. We'll put it there, and then I think this is the latest, so we'll try that one. Oop, went to -18, so we'll pull that back up. We gotta sync them. Yeah, let's sync this guy too. Yeah, it just got a little extra of that boxiness, the mid-range quality. Cleaning it up really just kind of reveals the hi-fi quality of the vocal and the track. And I think we're headed in a really great direction. We're obviously not far off from what they did. I don't know what this is, the reference for modern vocal. This must be what he, so David mentioned in the mix instructions, having a reference for modern vocal production. So maybe he's done some stuff and he wants me to recreate it. Let's...
Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mágazodon fekszem.
Desztelni, süt kisztátnál, beszél dubstep könnyű. Ne is se
vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem egy elfojtott szó, de várom.
Whoops, wrong button. I'll pull that back. A couple more dB.
Óta megőrít, őrületbe kerget. Nem érdekel az sem, ha egy éjszakára kellek. Hadd érezzem egyszer, hogy a mágazodon fekszem. Hadd lássam a szemedben azt, hogy én is kellek. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Ez nem más csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Kergetem a vágyam, veled fekszem be az ágyba.
Okay, I tell you what, that's going to be, man, I'm vibing with that. I like what's happening with a lot of it. We got some vocals to get in. Where'd that choir go? Oh, I moved it. So we can delete that. That's the falsetto track. Okay, is there anything we didn't touch that's important? I don't think so. We got the basics of the beat in. The hi-hat, I'm thinking we might be able to arrange a little bit. But, man, we did our thing, and we've got it sounding pretty good. I'm not sure about the low end and the kick, the subs. I think we can get it hitting a little bit harder, a little tighter maybe even. I'm going to give it one more go on that, and then we're going to call it a night. Yeah, that low end is not what it needs to be. So neutron 5, we're going to just pull this in here. and see. You know, all I need is a transient shaper. I don't need all this. Let's just go transient. There we go. And then now let's throw a multi-band down here. And I don't even know that I want it to be. Yeah, we'll go there. Let's see what happens.
Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Egy átkozott vágy, mi bennem tombol. Ez nem más, csupán egy elfojtott szó, de várom. Emlékszem, megláttam, rögtön megperzselt, ahogy rám nézett, egyből megtetszett a
A little more definition. I'm not mad at that. Cool. Man, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Hey, if you haven't already, check out the Headphone Mixing Blueprint. Making words up, man. I'm tired. Blueprint. It's going to walk you through how I became a multi-platinum mixer using headphones, almost exclusively on headphones. So, yeah, you're going to show you my recipes for frequency-focused referencing, all kinds of stuff in there. Definitely check it out. Work with me. All those links down in the description. And with that, I'm going to bounce this. I'm going to check it on my Apple AirPod Pros. I'm going to listen maybe on the iPhone. I'm going to play it a little bit on my Bluetooth speaker. We're going to take some notes, and then we're going to come back with some creative ideas. This is kind of just getting the foundation of the mix in place. I want to see what we can come up with the vocal effects. We're going to try to spend a couple of hours on that probably. And we'll do that both in the VIP membership and here on YouTube. We'll split it up so you guys can see some of it for free, and then some of it will be in the membership. But thank you guys so much, man, for hanging out with me. This has been a while setting this up in the Airbnb last minute, but we got it going, and I think we're headed in a good direction with the mix. If you want to see it come to its the whole process, then definitely subscribe, like, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys soon.